With us live over the phone is Mr. Abdel Latif Wahba, the journalist and the economic analyst, and we're going to be shedding light over the inspection visit done by His Excellency, the Head of State, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, over to Motoroh. Good morning, Mr. Abdel Latif.
Good morning, yeah.
How are you doing? Let's first talk about the how do you weigh President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi's efforts in achieving notable development in Egypt in general?
As you know that President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi from time to time visited provinces, even in south of Egypt and also north and so on, and many other provinces in Delta. As you know that the main reason for his tours and visits to these provinces is to see how the economic and the development of infrastructures plan is going on. As you know that Egypt and the Egyptian cabinet, directed by His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, to give these provinces its right from the local development, especially the main infrastructures. Egypt allocated all over about 700 billion Egyptian pound to develop the Egyptian rural areas and the villages and so on all the provinces. As you know, during his visit to Marsa Matruh, for example, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi witnessed some development projects and also discussed the development plan with the senior official there. And you know that this plan is one of the country's least developed regions. I mean the Bedouin areas in Marsa Matruh and in Saloum and so on. And during his visit, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi met the Bedouins and also discussed with them how to develop the main infrastructures in Marsa Matruh, especially in the impoverished region in these provinces. As you know that President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi directed the government to establish desalination plant in the city to increase the capacity and to provide the water for the citizens or residents in Marsa Matruh. Also, a minibus terminal will be built in the city in Saloum, which lies on Egypt's border with Libya, to boost the transport links between the two countries. A large market at the same time will be set up on Saloum with a plan to provide all the basic commodities to these centers. So I think President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi visit to Marsa Matruh and concentrating at the same time on the provinces, even in the south or in the north coast, and also in the border areas. This is, of course, to give them their part of local development, to give them their part of main infrastructures, even in water resources like desalinations, and also to his plan, according to his plan of reclamations of land and so on.
Right. The president met with residents of Saloum, like you kindly mentioned, and he also met with tribe sheikhs and elders of Matruh Governorate and held an open dialogue with them. How important is holding dialogue with that sector in society, which is also a very dear part of the nation in Marsa Matruh, and the tribes there, the elderly, the sheikhs, as we all know, that they hold majority and they have their own culture, and they are one strategic and important sector among the nation. I mean, considering the nation.
Yeah. I think it is an important meeting, as you know, that the Bedouins have their own particular traditions and habits. So he met with them, and frankly, he spoke with them about the current situations, even in economic side and the development and so on. And at the same time, if you notice something important, when he directed the local authorities to build a new communities and new houses, but according to their habits, according to their traditions. That is, these communities must be suitable for the Bedouin, for their desires, according to their traditions and the habits and so on. This is, of course, an important point. At the same time, you notice that when he spoke with them about the economic situations, he tried or he asserted that the current situations, the current economic situations, will be about of history, as many countries suffered due to the Russian-Ukrainian crisis and so on. And also, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi give them a new message. Egypt told the Egyptians, and the central government, I mean the cabinet, has orders to develop the rural places in Saloum and Marsa Matruh and so on. And if you notice, at the same time, when he spoke about the local markets in Saloum, for example, as you know, and the Marsa Matruh, as you know that many Egyptians during the summer months visited Matruh, and he meant that they can support and empower the main infrastructures of the province to meet the needs of the visitors during the summer months at the same time.
Right. Also, the cabinet agreed on social protection package to support the citizens to face current and economic situation and challenges in a time like that, where the whole world is undergoing economic crisis. That included the decision by the Ministry of Electricity and Renewable Energy to fix the current prices of selling electricity. How do you read that decision?
This was decided yesterday during the cabinet meeting, as you know, that Egypt adjourned the increase of electricity prices during the last year, and at the same time, President Fattah al-Sisi directed the cabinet not to resume its plan to increase the prices of electricity, for home consumption or for the citizens and so on, and adjourn it or hold it until the beginning of 2024. This is a new support.
January 2024, right?
Yeah, 24. This is a new support for the people, and also at the same time, you know that Egypt issued many social programs to support the needy people. Even when President Fattah al-Sisi decided to increase the allocations of subsidies on ration cards, and at the same time they also supported the people through some social programs like Takaful wa Karama and Decent Life and so on for the Egyptian people. Why? Because he discussed the current situations, always in discussions with the current with his cabinet about the current situations. When the Russian-Ukrainian crisis will end, we don't know. So he took many steps to support the people till otherwise.
Right. How would the planned projects in Marsa Matruh, whether if it's ports, if it's border crossings or express trains, new cities, eventually will be having a great impact on the people and will provide job opportunities? Talk to us about this.
Let us say first that when you develop the infrastructures, and also especially in housing and water resources, and also paving the ways in deserts and so on, this means you create new communities in this area. So you can attract many people or attract citizens from Marsa Matruh province or from its neighboring provinces to live there, to work there, to help in achieving the economic plan, and also especially in agriculture sector at the same time. This is, of course, will be a great benefit for the Egyptian economy during the current time. This is on one. And at the same time, you created by this plan, you created new jobs. So you can attract many youths and graduated and college graduated and so on to work in this project. This means that you can at the same time work to decrease the unemployment rate in Egypt.
Right. Finally, Mr. Abdel Latif, the President also pointed to a very important thing, which is a new project that will provide water to coastal areas in Matruh. How important is that particular project to the people there?
Yeah. As you know, during the last decade, for example, Marsa Matruh suffered from the water resources as a huge number of Egyptian people went or go to Marsa Matruh in the summer months. This is, of course, a burden. They can be a burden on the main utilities and on main infrastructures that is designed to some level or to some numbers or to some residents and so on. But now, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi directed the local authorities, the cabinet, to increase the portions of the province from the water resources through desalination plant, through other sources. You can use it, and so on. This is, of course, will help the province to meet the increase of consumption of water, and also the main commodities at the same time during the summer months.
Right. Mr. Abdel Latif Wahba, the journalist and economic analyst, would like to thank you so much talking to The Breakfast Show. And we're going to go to a short break and we'll come to continue The Breakfast Show, so stay with us.